that issue has come back to bite them quite a few times already, obviously, throughout the series, as they have played with the early start. And that seems to be major on the standpoints on Cash as well, because they couldn't quite get it together. Everyone was very frustrated. Once they got that sorted, that's when it started to improve. But we do have the veto coming through for the best of three snots.
So TyLoo going to be picking Inferno, Renegades going to be picking Cobblestone. Actually, I'm surprised that TyLoo let that one through. Then, of course, Mirage being the final decider. So for Renegades, we saw a massive 16-2 win earlier on in the minor versus Kings on this map. For TyLoo, first picking Inferno. And obviously for Cobblestone, both of these teams do like that map. We saw TyLoo play, I believe it was Flash Gaming on Cobblestone, and they had a fairly one-sided win on that. And then obviously for Renegades, playing Cobblestone at DreamHack Denver, going 16-14 versus CLG. And actually, this is the first time we've seen Renegades playing Cobblestone. Every single team so far has nearly first banned that map. So surprising to see that TyLoo let that one through, even though both these teams are comfortable on Cobblestone.
Yeah, that is true. Obviously, both of these squads definitely have a lot to prove on this this video throughout the best of three. I think this is actually a pretty good map pool, to be honest.
Yeah,
I think this does provide for some good entertainment.
Of course, you know, the final map being Mirage. Both those teams are no strangers to that one. And I believe we're going to be going live to the pistol. But as I said, the pause will be coming through. Still we'll talk about the buy just a little bit. Nifty going to be going for the smoke and diffuse kit. And for the T side, actually, somebody hasn't bought just yet.
Oh.
For the... Before we saw the faces of TyLoo, I believe it was 2 players of utility from TyLoo. So this could mean a execution towards B if they run up banana, smoke coils, smoke CT, or maybe go back towards a smoke arch, and then use that second smoke towards mini pit when they go on towards that A site. I guess we are about to find out.
Yeah, there's obviously everything just getting completely sorted there, and we're 100% going to be jumping underway with Renegades taking on TyLoo. The first map of this best of three will be Inferno. Inferno? Inferno.
Well, I guess it is the new Inferno.
Yeah, in some ways.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
It's a little bit weathered now, mate. But let's get into the action anyway. TyLoo going to be starting off on that T half. Renegades over on the CT side. Yep. Let's kick it off, Snots.
Obviously, TyLoo picking this map, which means Renegades get the choice of sides, and they're going to be deciding to go on the CT defense to start things off.
Yeah, trying to go for this burst play out towards Banana early on as well, as Bondic will lead the charge, the super sub for the squad, as he is on loan from Hellraisers. They get ready to try and raise some hell themselves, though. As the nades will be soaring across the sky, they're going to be blocking off that coverage from CT as well, as they'll slip their way in, but can they actually cause havoc? JKS with the opener, but there's the response as he will go down. Site control has been taken. Bondic as well, ready for more as he charges in to attempt to best Nafly. Naf as well, re-peaking, but not really getting too much achieved. They've also lost Nifty now, so it's on to Ustilio, Azza and Naf. Not a great situation to be in on this retake.
4 versus 3, Nafly is dinked up as well. Kit wants to drop close towards the B side so they can maybe try and retrieve this as the retake continues. It's going to be TyLoo in such good after-plant position as well. He's still peeking up through Coil, trying to find this frag onto the enter, but eventually being taken down. It's going to be Nafly now in the 1 versus 3, only on 15 HP. He went towards Paul, he's trying to play that headshot angle as he was 1 bullet away from going down. But eventually TyLoo will claim that T pistol.
Yeah, obviously got Captain Mo a little bit hungry after that round as well. He had to chow down on whatever that was. But
is it licorice? Is it chewing gum? He seems to be eating something every single game.
It's keeping him going. It's getting him pumped.
Round number 2, after TyLoo do claim the pistol, they were the 1-2-0 advantage. The Renegades right now will only be Azza and Nafly, buying up Kevlar and forcing up fully. So Nifty going for the USP. Obviously didn't get a kill in the last pistol round, so we can't really afford to buy Deagle and still be able to buy that AWP and Kevlar to the first buy round. Ooh. Just going to be going for the USP. And already Nafly, one of the players that did actually go for Kevlar, already taken out the server.
Yeah, we went out there. Obviously, we expect to see him popping off consistently throughout. He is one of the top dogs. Absolutely fantastic player. Relies quite heavily on his individual skill, but he is impactful. And that will be coming through in leaps and bounds in his own play. Nifty with an early tag as well. Does get him quite low, but Captain Mo will trade it back. Bondic as well going to come through, so at least the SMGs are maximising the cash throughout this round as they have now secured a site control. They can get that free bomb plant down. If they go through with no casualties here as well and actually could try and scout out a little bit, see if they can spot out JKS and Azza, this would be a very, very effective round for them. They're just going to play it smart as well. Just exit together. Try and keep it calm.
Yeah, I mean, for Renegades right now, you may as well just save the Deagle into the next round and the Kevlar and CZ onto Azza. No reason to give these SMGs an extra $600 a piece.
Exactly.
As they will hold. And obviously, if you're holding the angle as well, it's easier to get that kill if someone from TyLoo was to walk and run into your crosshair, rather than you peeking them without the Kevlar. Nevertheless, though, as you said, it's going to be 2-0 now to TyLoo, as they do claim the win versus the Qualifier from Renegades. So the question is, going to the first buy round, now the fact that Renegades only had 2 players go for the Force, will the factor of having a little bit of extra cash going into the first buy round make a massive difference in terms of utility. Obviously, Kevlar $750, that's enough for a Molotov, nearly a flashbang as well. As we do go into round number 3, should be the full eco now from Renegades. Obviously, they did save the Deagle and CZ, but apart from that, that's the only real opposition and resistance TyLoo should be facing into this round.
Yeah, Renegades not really going to be able to do too much. Obviously, the light investment that they can go for in terms of that Deagle and the CZ, that's basically going to be it. They can try and go for a little bit more of an aggressive play, get it over with quickly if they want to. Roll the dice if they feel like it.
They're feeling lucky today. Usually you see a stack here, maybe having the Deagle and CZ play towards the same side. That way you can have the most impact possible if TyLoo went towards there. But instead it will be the normal JKS and Nafly combo. Actually, no, it's nifty this time with the USP towards the B-bomb site. It will be taken care of. As up with that, Kevlar and CZ finds one, with the B size up for grabs, and it is a 4 versus 2.
Yeah, they've lost Bondik. He has gone down though, but towards the B site they have realized it is completely scot-free. No one is there to try and stop them. TyLoo as well, confused as he looked back and somebody gets not one, but both frags, taking them both down with ease. So that's all 3 rounds now claimed from TyLoo, and this is where Renegades need to get their head back in the game and kick it off for real.
As you said, this will be the first buy right now of this first map between these 2 Titan teams at the Asian Minor. The winner of this best of 3 will qualify for the major qualifier in Atlanta. So as we go into round number 4, it's going to be the UMP cap for Captain Mo, Galil for DD, 3 AKs as well to finish off the rest of the TyLoo buy. Renegades going to be warding 4 M4s, and the AWP once again onto Nifty. And actually, look what they're missing, Jack. No kits right now for the CT side, so if TyLoo can find their way into one of these sides, get that bomb planted. If the retake did come to fruition, Renegades will be distinctly lacking some utility.
Oh, Nifty realizes that something is coming his way and doesn't fancy dealing with it from the angle he was in. Starts to back off as the side control comes around. Look at this pre-fire as well from somebody! The double entry off the back of that. That is so flamboyant and so absolutely fantastic. Nafly as well going to fire back. Does take down Bondik, but look at the situation they're in already. Sight control taken by TyLoo with ease. They've overrun them. They've forced them back. Renegades have to save. The call has been made.
Exactly. They've lost 4 on the trot now, which means they are going to have that maximum round loss bonus, $3,400. So these players from Renegades can drop over M4s onto Azza and Nifty. So as long as they save here all 3 of these rifles, they will have a full buy into the next one. Obviously, if one of these players was to be taken out by TyLoo, if you had only 2 players survive, Jack, that means only 2 players can drop, which means a player from Renegades would be lacking. But it seems likely here that Renegades do save all 3 rifles going forward into round number 5. But already a very strong start from TyLoo. Somebody going on a lone mission there. The jumping first headshot as well into Nifty was unbelievable. And that will grant them that first buy round win. 4-0 now as we go into round number 5. And TyLoo already looking hot.
It's true. Very good stuff coming out from them. Massive opening round as well. You want to try and get that locked down early. The only thing is, Renegades were able to get away with 3 saves there, so they do still have the rifles in commission. Utility is pretty weak, though, and those light investments around this will come back out. We're going to see Azza going to go for the UMPs. They can at least have basically 5 weapons here. Obviously, Nifty, he doesn't really want to run the risk because he knows he needs to get that AWP back out. He can be very impactful with it as well, especially on that CT half. So it's unfortunate we actually didn't see more impact from him earlier. I expected he was going to be actually quite crucial.
Yeah, and especially the way that TyLoo played that round, walking in towards quad, walking into his crosshair, missing that first shot, trying to fleet back towards default, but didn't get there in time. So the drops, actually the drops are a lot weaker than previously thought. Nifty having no Kevlar, just a Deagle. He still has 1.8k in the bank. So I believe the idea here from Renegades is even if they lose this round, they can still buy up into round number 6. Obviously dropping a UMP is far less costly than an M4. That leaves you still with 1.8k, obviously plus the round loss bonus if they lose this one. Means he will have enough for an M4 anyway in case things don't go their way. So Renegades playing the safe card here. But for TyLoo, still no AWP in the hands of Captain Mo. It's going to be the 5 rifle setup again. But so far, it's been working. Let's see if they can keep up the pace. Already mid control taken from TyLoo. Renegades playing very passive. You can see Ustilla with the rifle playing towards Speedway. Hoping that TyLoo do walk up arch. Obviously, if TyLoo were to smoke off library, smoke off arch, they could very easily arch wrap towards the A-bomb site. But already towards B, I believe. Nafly will find the first as Billente is taken out the server.
Push coming around as they try and once again rework around towards the A-bomb site. They are struggling a little bit on the entry as Azza will deny DD's potential damage, but Bondik and Captain Mo have responded very swiftly. And once again, it's just Ustilla and Nafly. They're trapped. This is going to have to be another save, I imagine, because there's just no point in going for this. They're not going to find too much for it. Luckily, the push from Bondik has dialed back a bit. I thought he was actually going to work around and try and see if he could stick his nose in towards the B site and spot them out if they do go for the save. But Renegades saving again.
It seems like these rotations from B towards A, from Speedway towards A, are just 5 to 10 seconds too late. You see that the bomb's already down, and before they can even get to the retake, Library smoked off, Archer smoked off, and the call to save is already being used. So it's going to go 5-0 now as TyLoo with a very, very convincing start. Then again, we know that TyLoo are very quick to the trigger. But let's see, a pause going to be called by TyLoo, actually, of all teams. I imagine they're expecting something strange to come out from Renegades, maybe a triple push towards Banana, smoke towards the bottom of it, double molly, and then the push coming down. Maybe an apps push from the side of Renegades. Something different to throw a spanner in the works and try and catch TyLoo off guard. Right now for TyLoo, $12,000 in the bank for B.O.O.T and for somebody. So right now for TyLoo, they can continuously buy for maybe 3 or 4, or maybe 2 or 3 rounds. You can see as well, Peacemaker trying to chime in as much as he can with the 30 seconds he is given with the pause. And correct me as well if I'm wrong, Jack. I believe they give the information to B.O.O.T, he then translates it to Chinese, and obviously they come together as a unit.
Yeah, I think essentially that is the reasoning behind it. Obviously works his way through. He'll then explain to the rest of the squad, and it's all translated through that way. So obviously it's quite hard for TyLoo in terms of their communication. You could see that earlier on Cash. That was why it sort of looked like there was communication issues. You wonder how they've actually been able to overcome that with so much structure. Right now, though, that aggressive T-side play actually looking very effective for them.
It is indeed, and also towards this A site time and time again. Obviously the pistol worked towards B, but apart from that, the buy rounds have really been focused towards the A site for TyLoo. But let's see now, Nifty having Kevlar behind the AWP. Still 5 AKs for TyLoo, no AWP from Captain Mo. This time it's going to be still a booster towards Quad. They also have the AWP from Nifty playing the angle, so as soon as he shoots the AWP, I don't think TyLoo will be anticipating the boost towards Quad. That's really the bait as well. I believe there's a player as well underneath balcony. There is, so Azza, Nifty and Ustillo all holding towards Quad, hoping that TyLoo repeat their TD for where they take control of top middle, and then from there they try and work up Quad. But let's see as the smoke is beginning to fade now towards middle as TyLoo make their move to try and claim some real estate towards A.
Smoke's coming through. Flash is going over as they want to try and go for this push. Can Ustillo actually hold them back? He's incredibly blind, had no idea where they were. But there's the trade back because DD was just stuck in the Molotov. The entire place was set ablaze as he slowly backpedaled trying to find that frag onto Ustillo. He got burnt to a crisp. Another frag comes through as well, but Bondik actually does barely hold on to his head as he stays alive, strikes first and takes down Azza, leaving them in a 4 versus 3. And they've dialed it back as well. They're repositioning.
Still no one from Renegades rotating off of that B site. Nafly and JKS staying entrenched towards B. And now Nifty going for the mid-control, will get for 1. Captain Mo is taking out the server towards the single box. He'll eventually be swarmed and rushed down. And now it's the 3 versus 2. And I'm speaking about how late these rotations are. Maybe Nifty gave the call that there's nothing middle when actually TyLoo were pushed up. There is a distinct lack of communication right now for the Australian side, as it seems like time and time again they are too late on these rotations. And Bondik on 13 HP will be taken down by JKS, but not before he can do his damage.
Yeah, got the spray off there. Somebody as well holding the angle, so Naf's going to come round. Looked like he had the drop on him there, but somebody swiftly moves through, finds the headshot, and it's all up to JKS now. Another headshot. Somebody looking crisp.
Somebody, we don't know who, but somebody definitely is. 6-0 now. We could even be seeing another pause come out from Renegades. It could be warranted. If they lose this round, Jack, they're going to be out of money again. They have $6,000 for Azza, as an AWP is dropped over to Nifty. 2 UMPs, 2 M4s, the AWP for Nifty. If they lose this round as well, TyLoo go to 7-0. Renegades will be onto a half buy. CZ's, Kevlar. TyLoo will be favourite into that round. This could be an 8-0 advantage already on the T side of Inferno from the Chinese and international squad. As right now they are taking Renegades the distance.
Oh, look at this as well. Renegades going back for their aggressive strategy where they try and take the mid control with a crunch straight through, but towards mid it's not worked out at all. Nifty as well, focusing towards second mid. He doesn't find anything with the AWP. Banana control is going more so in their favour as they do fall into a 2 versus 3.
Dynamic duo towards B, last alive once more. JKS and Nafly in the 2 versus 3. TyLoo actually haven't taken control of the A side just yet. They're going to be retrieving the bomb. As right now they are located towards T stairs, and actually if they were to go back towards this B side, it's currently empty as the Renegade side have marched towards A. They've cleared it, they've seen nothing, and now as TyLoo slow the pace down, they're expecting Renegades to push into their crosshairs. But it seems like the focal point of this round will be this B site. JKS with the UMP, Nafly with the M4. One flashbang between them, the kit for Nafly. Will that be the difference maker here?
We're pushing their way around. The smoke's going to be going out though. Flashbang's over as well as they swiftly sprint their way through and attempt to grain sight control. JKS will strike through the smoke. Actually does get the headshot. Nafly as well doing damage. And now it's all up to Bentet as he will back off. Grabs the bomb. He has the AK in his hands as well, and he gets out of there. He's got 40 seconds left on the clock, so luckily he can still have all the time to play with as he'll make it towards A just before they arrive.
JKS rotating in through library. Will he have the time to get onto the site? He's currently trying to get on. Spotted B.O.O.T and the bomb, and eventually we'll get that final kill. 1-6 now, as TyLoo eventually do concede a round. A very well played 2 versus 3. They stay together. They boosted towards CT, and you can see TyLoo were never expecting that play.
Yeah. It was unfortunate for him there. Obviously, Renegades were able to get the read off, had a smart bit of structure towards that B-bomb site, and did close out the round and finally get one on the board as well. That would have been the 7th in the trot for TyLoo. So at least Renegades actually have something in the bank now.
And the thing is, well, you talk about money in the bank. If TyLoo had won that, Renegades would have been pretty broke. All they could have bought was CZ Kevlar, and then going into that would have had to try and go for a buy into round number 9. And this could have easily been an 8-0 lead for TyLoo, but then again, the same can be said for Renegades if they lose this round and have their money shattered into a reset. But it's going to be round number 8 now. 6-1, TyLoo with 5-round advantage so far. As right now, all 5 players from the Chinese side going towards the safe side. 2 towards middle, 3 towards apps. Maybe because the fact that Renegades play so heavy towards quad, they're going to try and exploit that by going for an apps burst and try and swarm the site from where Renegades aren't holding.
See TyLoo set themselves up, going to go for the balcony burst. Ustillo previously towards this A site, he has been very effective at defending it and locking it down and working with his teammates and holding this crossfire. Let's see if in today's game it will be the same affair as they charge straight through. He gets the opener, he's dazed and confused, he's giving them a hug as well as he has no idea they're right by him. Somehow they charge out and bypass him in the smoke. He now has the drop on them. Nifty as well comes in with a double kill as Bondic will trade back towards him, leaving them in a 3 versus 2. There is still 2 CTs close by on site, and TyLoo have no idea of the location of Ustillo.
JKS towards single box in the cubby. DD caught off guard and the bomb is down. 30 seconds left. Bondic in the 1 versus 3.
The European madman himself, what can he actually achieve? He's going to peek round, but he's still with a backstab, gets the headshot, blows him down, and that is going to be another round going the way of Renegades as they link them together.
Pause going to be called by TyLoo, as it's going to be 2 in a row now for the Australian side as they get to a 6-2 scoreline as we go into round number 9. So, you can see Peacemaker as well, leaning in towards B.O.O.T, trying to give his input. But as I said before, only 30 seconds, so it's quite concise. But it'll be interesting to see how TyLoo change their T side off the back of this pause. Are they going to play slower pace? Are they going to up the tempo? Are they going to try and take control of Banana, sell a fake towards A or B? But as the freeze time does now begin, I guess we're about to find out.
Yeah, getting back into the action here. Captain Mo as well, with the AWP in his hands. He can be very, very deadly with the weapon. Obviously known as his IGL skills and his AWPing potential. An absolute mad fragger in terms of what he can bring to the table. Let's see if we're going to be seeing some of that coming out today.
So, bomb going towards second mid. This is going to be... I believe that's Nifty alone towards the... Actually, no, Nafly alone towards that B bomb site, holding the little pixel angle towards the door of Banana. As he will smoke the end of it, as he is left alone now. It's going to be the rotation now. 4 players towards A from Renegades. TyLoo, time and time again, going towards the safe side. The only time we really saw TyLoo head towards B was in that 2 versus 3 and during that pistol round to start things off. But nevertheless, with 1 minute left on the clock here. Bomb towards second middle, and all 5 players from TyLoo outside this A site. Renegades with a very good read here, sending 4 towards the aforementioned A site. Can they hold the line here? Or will TyLoo start to get a grasp back into this one?
Molotovs are down right now as well as the entire of quad is set on fire. They're just trying to keep them back. Azza as well, looking like he wants to try to peek through. Captain Mo should surely get the contact phase there. He will do so as he finds that shot and gives them the early advantage. DD and Pretender is low though as he tries to get the second as well. Captain Mo just firing off shots with this AWP as they begin to back off and set themselves up. 30 seconds left on the clock, Snods, as they go for the smokes over.
They still have to make their way through Arch or through quad. 30 seconds left now, and the bomb's been left in second mid as well. As Captain Mo runs to retrieve it, but is there enough time? He set up the great smoke towards Quad, holding the angle. And you can see as well, Nafla rotating towards the A side. He still finds one. It's going to be the 4 versus 4.
Yeah, DD is going to go down. It's up to Ustillo now as he hides from Pit, seeing what more he can actually find, because he has the critical angle in play as Nifty and JKS are falling. He does get the initial spam off 5 seconds. The bomb is down as well. They can't get the plant, and Nafla can just hide.
Hiding in towards Minipip will secure Renegades their 3rd round. It's going to go 3-6, but before the round did end, somebody found a kill onto Nafly. And the money is still low for the Australians. They've won 3 in a row, Jack. But look at their money. Already a UMP bought for Azza. JKS as well, probably going to have to join him. And for TyLoo, they had 11 to 12,000 between some of those players. And for a 4th round in a row, they're going to be going for a full buy.
Yeah, the buy's coming back through. Let's see if they're actually going to play this. Once again with a mid-crunch as they just push their way straight down. Mientet just holding the angles. He'll find the first frag. Captain Mo and Didi as well trying through as they are getting these response kills. Captain Mo with his 2nd of the round. He should surely be traded by JKS's UMP as he was just so sheerly low. JKS trying to grab the M4 as well. His eyes a little bit too big for him there as he will be taken down.
A very, very fast round. They're concluding with the TyLoo victory. Now the money is non-existent. So you can see as well, 1.4k for 3 other players essentially for Renegades. This might even be a double eco. This could be a 4 spy into this round and then an eco into the next one. TyLoo should be able to claim 9 here as long as they don't concede rounds versus the Pistols. Then again, early on versus Flash, they were doing so. But let's see. Round number 11, 3-7, a 4-round difference between these 2 teams. As it may grow even larger, as it will be Azza with a CZ and Kevlar. Deagle for Nafly and 3 USPs to finish off the rest of the Australian bye.
Push coming around as they do stack themselves towards Quad once more with this crossfire setup in play. Heavy stack on the A site, no one towards B at all. TyLoo not actually probing towards that part of the map though. They are grouping up just outside of Apps, looking like they want to go for a late play towards the A site right now. So this actually works quite well for Renegades.
Does indeed. The 5-man stack should work. TyLoo again going towards the A site as Renegades are starting to become aware of it. Boost towards Quad, 3 players there. But is it enough? They are lacking the Kevlar and the firepower to really show some resistance versus TyLoo. But you never know.
Nice Molotov as well. To try and get underneath Quad, so it forces one man to peek. That's going to be Ustillo that goes down to Captain Mo. They now sprint their way through as well. They didn't check the elevated angle. They only just cleared it. And JKS will fall, though. Doesn't get anything from that, luckily. Azza was given a golden opportunity to peek through. Nafly goes down to Bondik on the entry, and it's all up to Nifty and Azza.
4 versus 2. The bomb site towards B is open and completely clear. It's going to be the bomb going down, and this should mean 8-3 now for TyLoo. It's going to be Nifty. Actually picks up the AK. If he can drop that over to Azza with the Kevlar, maybe get more of an impact. But as I say that, they will find a kill. It's going to be 2-3. Yeah, Captain will find that kill, leaving Azza now in a 1 versus 3 as the bomb will eventually expire. It's going to go 8-3.
Yeah, TyLoo. Very, very dominant so far on their T side on Inferno. They've been looking crisp as ever. The actual structure they're using is working quite well for them as well. Renegades just aren't able to get themselves in a good spot with their economy as well, so they can't really even bite back with a big buy to just try and deny what TyLoo have been throwing at them.
Exactly. They're USPs in the last round. They're probably going to have to be onto a low buy again. High chance that TyLoo can get to 9 rounds already. 9 rounds on your T side Inferno, and there's still going to be 3 more to play with. They have the money as well. Even if they lose rounds, they can still continuously buy and buy again. But let's see. In terms of the money, Azza will save the AK. 4,000 for JKS, but apart from that, no one else can buy. Azza, if he had $50 more, could drop over an M4. We could have been seeing a 3 M4 buy if they wanted to take the risk. But instead, as you still will buy that CZ, it's likely now that, Jack, this will be just the half or the quality buy from Renegades.
Yeah, you can see essentially all the reinvestment done right there as you get the upgraded pistol on Ustillo and JKS. Nifty just going to go for the tad of utility to aid them. Shame Azza didn't actually drop over that CZ to Naf.
Yeah, obviously minor details that could come back to haunt Renegades. But as TyLoo push their way through middle, it's going to be 3 towards B for Renegades and 2 towards the A site. As they will be going for the arch wrap, so Nafly the USP and Ustillo on balcony, I believe. Actually, in pit, just holding off, but there isn't really too much resistance here for TyLoo to be met with. If find the first, it's going to be Nafly alone towards the A site now.
Charging their way straight through as well. Nafly trying to respond. We'll get 1 kill off as takes down Didi with the USP that he had in his hand. Captain Mo will get the trade back, though. They have site control as well. Somebody can just get the bomb planted. They can all calm down a little bit and just hold and wait for the waves of the Renegade players to come towards them if they dare to try and step foot towards the site. Obviously, most likely just going to go for the save here, as you have that utility still on Nifty. Not too much they can achieve with this. Azza as well has the scavenged rifle. There is no point in really running the risk. The only one that could try and go in is JKS, essentially, if he wanted to drop his Deagle over.
Yeah, I mean, he has Kevlar as well to back up the AK, so if he saves it, he can literally use that buy into the next round. Can maybe even drop over an M4 if he wanted to, but actually going to be going for the peak. 4 versus 2 now, as the AK is picked up by Nifty, but eventually taken out of the hands as well as Captain Mo will find both those kills. JKS now last alive towards Library, as it does go 9-3 for TyLoo, a 6-round deficit for the Australian side as we go into round number 12. But let's see, how are they going to change things up? Probably going to see a pause from Renegades, try and rethink and recalibrate their CT defense, because right now TyLoo are picking it apart.
Yeah, TyLoo just have the skeleton key to unlock no matter what Renegades throw at them right now. They're just being able to lock down all the doors, work their way through, and absolutely obliterate when it comes to these site takes. Renegades, the reinvestment comes back out. Nifty once again forced with a glass cannon orb.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about his playstyle as well, he likes to get aggressive towards Quad, towards Arch. Lacking that Kevlar could really impact how aggressive he wants to play. But as I say, that he goes for the peek towards Banana, spots no one, will be smoking that one off. And now, if he wanted to, they could be leaving JKS or Nifty alone towards B and send that 4th player to rotate towards Speedway, towards the A site, as they will be boosting the AWP up to the wall. Actually, no, they're going to be boosting up the rifle instead, so they're going to be re-smoking Banana here, as they will be keeping 2 players towards B, 3 towards A, and that's going to be how Renegades are splitting up their CT defense.
Yep. As they just go a little bit more aggressive this time towards Banana, obviously. A strategical change that could come back to aid them. The flashbangs over towards mid, though, as TyLoo get ready to go for this burst-style play, as they want to draw them in and make them believe this is going to be a true A commit, when in reality that bomb is backtracking down towards Banana. But look at the stance that Renegades have here towards Banana. This is where it could end badly for somebody, but he will go down. JKS will get the initial frag. They spot out the bomb as well. Nice response with the molly. Captain Mo only on 20 HP because of this, and the bomb is down on their side of the Molotov.
40 seconds left, and TyLoo still have to try and retrieve that bomb. DD will find 1 kill towards Quad as it goes down, and now into the 4 versus 4. But look at the HP, DD on 50 and Captain Mo on 20. There's still a great chance for Renegades into this one as they make their way towards the A site. Up Quad. Let's see what the Australians can do.
Oh, Stiller from Pit chimes in with 1 as well. Now Flag going to do some damage. Stiller doubles it up as he gets the double kill. Nearly the hat-trick coming through, but Yenta will be able to trade it back. He has the AK in his hands. He knows how to slay with it, but are they going to give him the opportunity? Not at all. Nifty with the USP will strike upon him, and they take him down.
Once again, you're Stiller towards Pit. Very impressive in that angle. Doesn't overface, doesn't overcommit. Knows exactly when to peek at the right time, catching players in the side. None the wiser as to where he usually is. It's going to be round number 14 now, the penultimate round of the first half. 4-9, as Renegades had claimed the last one. But TyLoo still with a heavy advantage. And look at this, Renegades using all the money they have onto 4 of their players. So if TyLoo get to 10, then into this final round for Renegades, their money will be so low. Forced onto maybe 1 and 4, some CZs across the board. Unless, of course, if Renegades let it get to that scenario, as it will be heavy control towards Banana. DD pushing up towards middle. This is going to be both the players for Renegades towards top Banana, playing very close towards the corner. 1 Molotov could flush them both out.
Flashbang comes over as they want to try and take that Banana control. DD will get the entry though as he finds the headshot back, but JKS can return fire. JKS unable to extend his lead with more of those. Bientet will trade back towards him. There is that fast rotate now on the prowl as they're heading over. It looks like TyLoo unsure if they want to decide to go towards this B bomb site yet. Obviously they do have the 1 man in somebody just focusing towards A, going to clear it out and work out exactly where they are. They can now try and take A site control. The only thing is, look at the positional play of Azza.
In the cubby towards Long, if he finds the right timing, he can maybe find both these TyLoo players in the back, but actually they're still unsure. Going to be going in towards apartments. As right now, TyLoo know there should be an anchor player here. They're expecting a player towards apartments, towards default, but somebody can't spot him. As the push comes in, somebody towards Pit finds you Stillo. And now the 2 versus 3, TyLoo with the advantage.
As Captain Mo Finds that frag on towards Azza. Obviously, Nifty trapped towards B. Snods. Not a lot he can do. Obviously, with Glass Cannon as well, it's not even worth running the risk of really trying to hunt them down again for those late round exits.
Yeah, especially when their money is so low as well. I believe there's only one player with about $3,000. I think it was Nafline. So for Nifty, if he can save this, he has $100, so they will get 1.4k as a run loss bonus. He can drop over a UMP. We could be seeing an AWP, an M4, 2 UMPs, 3 UMPs. A semi-decent buy, but then again, TyLoo are going to be getting to double digits in their first half. 10-4. As we go into the final round, Nifty missing the shot and actually giving away his location. As you can see, like vultures, they're going to be trying to swarm their prey.
B.O.O.T as well, coming through from the side lane. Does he remember? Is he prepared for it? As if he comes around and actually gets that frag, it'd be very naughty.
Oh, they're so close.
Oh, very close by. But yeah, Nifty will actually get through unscathed. Luckily, holds on to that AWP as well, because look at the cash and everyone else. Renegades, they would have been absolutely broken without that AWP. But luckily, they can get the reinvestment back out. 2 UMPs through, the M4 there as well. And a nice bit of utility on Nifty and Naf.
Yeah, we saw how poor their last buy was when they had the UMPs. They tried to play that fast round, but TyLoo basically stomped them. For Renegades, lacking a kit as well. Not too good in terms of the utility and firepower. CZ for JKS, 2 UMPs up, saved by Nifty. And also telegraphs exactly where he is towards Arch. We're going to be rotating back towards the B site, so he's hoping that TyLoo will go towards B, expecting Nifty towards that A site. But instead of the bomb towards second mid, TyLoo are slowing the pace down, playing very passive. They're going to be leaving no stone unturned as they're clearing every single angle piece by piece.
Just waiting for the push to come towards them now as well. They can't really run the risk of going for any info plays as they just don't have the arsenal to support themselves. B.O.O.T and Co. will be setting up as the call will be made. The flash and smokes will ascend over and attempt to zone out the CTs. Ustillo be able to do some cheeky stuff from balcony once more.
Good grenades as well. We'll tag up Nafline. Down to 47 HP. Going to be leaving Nifty as well towards that B site alone. So once the push comes in, let's see how it unfolds. JKS with the CZ finds one. Doesn't spot the bomb though. It's actually going to be the arch trap towards CT. And here it comes. Nifty about to be tested with the AWP.
Yep, Nifty needs to go huge here, or else they will overwhelm him. They're going to try and swarm him at the same time. He peeks once, gets one kill. Can he double it up and continue on his dominant streak as the response is there, but they can't quite take him down. Nifty just barely staying alive right now, but the response is there from the rear. Azza comes in, Nifty for a final blow, and that is going to be a 10-5 half with TyLoo leading the charge.
Yeah, Nifty, they're playing so well. Doesn't give away his frag too early. Gets that first kill towards CT. And buys enough time for the rest of the Renegade side to come in with the rotation. And the cavalry arrives and saves the day. It's going to be 5-10 to TyLoo, as they will be doubling the scoreline being put up by the Australian side as we go into the second half. It's going to be Renegades on their T side. If TyLoo can find this second pistol and go 2 for 2 in terms of the pistols, this could definitely be a very swiftly first map.
Yeah, that is very true. It's just looking like TyLoo are just on the ball right now, just being able to lock them down incredibly easily.
So the question is now for Renegades on their T side, how are they going to be deciding to play this one out? We saw a very close first game versus Flash Gaming, obviously 16-14. And it was actually their CT side that was the strongest. Their T side was rather lackluster. It's one of the reasons why, Jack, if you remember, it went to 16-14.
And let me tell you, TyLoo are looking ready to rock and roll. They've been taking names so far throughout the first half. They're now moving on to play out on their CT half. Renegades, they need to get their heads back in the game, Snots.
They do indeed. Obviously in a 5-10 deficit, they are 5 runs down. And versus Flash earlier, it was their CT side that really merited them that win. And so far, the same cannot be said versus TyLoo. Obviously, seems like they're going to be a different caliber of opponent for the Australian side. But let's see how the second half does favour them. I mean, if Renegades can pick up this pistol, win versus the Force by the eco from TyLoo, they could very well be making this an 8-10 scoreline. And then from there, one buy round pretty much separates those two teams. So, still a close game, but there's a lot of what-ifs and buts in there. So, can Renegades pull through when they are required to?
Well, it's only a matter of time that will tell. Obviously, that opening pistol as well is going to be incredibly vital because TyLoo already getting 10 rounds off the back of the first half. It's going to be scary. If they come in strong with a big pistol round, 13 rounds could potentially be on the cards from before Renegades even have a chance to respond.
Yeah, what's strange as well, for TyLoo, generally it's the T sides that are lacking. Obviously, the distinct lack of communication between the team. Outside the game, having a translator to explain tactics. You can see Peacemaker as well, always talking to B.O.O.T so that B.O.O.T can translate and then explain to the rest of the team what's going on. So we'd expect them to be weaker on their T side, but instead, they definitely did deliver. And going into the CT side, in terms of communication, yes, it can be important, but then again, when you have the individually skilled players like DD, like somebody, like B.O.O.T to hold their angles, to hold the line towards the positions that they're currently occupying, this could be very, very scary for Renegades.
It's true. Let's get back into the action, though, as we will continue on with the second half. Now, TyLoo, as the buys come through. Captain Mo going to be grabbing the defuse kit and 2 flashes. The rest of them going to be going for armor. Meanwhile, for Renegades, fair bit of utility across the board.
Yeah, it's going to be double HE from Renegades onto Nifty and JKS. Are they going to be lobbing that towards Top Banana, trying to get the first kill, trying to get some splash damage in? And yes, they are, but it's not met with any damage yet.
Yep, no success, unfortunately. No shrapnel being stuck in those players as somebody tries to play anti-flash, and DD was there to back him up. DD gets that second shot, though, as he takes down Azza. That was crispy, as now the site control is coming through. Nifty and JKS through the air as he glides in, shuts down Captain Mo. That is absolutely brutal stuff on display, leaving it all up to Bondic and B.O.O.T.
Slight gap on that smoke towards Ruin, but you can see Bondic unable to spot any players just yet. JKS with the USP lands a very crisp one-head shot onto B.O.O.T. And that fly will find the final one. It's going to be 6-10, and you can see the relief onto Kassad as he will be giving the shoulder tap to JKS. So the Pistols go 1 for 1, and Renegades are back in this one.
I don't know if that would be... I feel like that would be incredibly off-putting.
Really, you think?
Yeah.
I think the chest Robbie had earlier onto Azza was a bit...
Was that a bit too much
bit
for you?
aggro, yeah.
A little bit aggro.
I think the shoulder one's fine.
There you go. The buy's coming back through. You got the 3 UMPs to play with over on the side of Renegades, 2 AKs to slay with as well, and an abundance of utility, an absolute shed load.
Exactly. For TyLoo, those are going to be pots and pans, Deagles and CZs. Actually, every single player for TyLoo buying up Kevlar, which means going to the first buy, and if they can see this round, Jack, I say if, Captain Mo wouldn't have an AWP, but then again, he finds that first headshot, so maybe they can try and claim this one. And that factor would be minimalized.
Oh, he doesn't need an AWP if he can do that level of damage with a
Exactly,
Deagle.
pretty much got an AWP anyway, isn't he?
Exactly, absolutely wreaking havoc there into the opener of the round, taking down Naf. That's a pretty big impact frag as well, as Naf's had a fantastic series already into the, like earlier on today against Flash Gaming. He's been looking absolutely on point.
Yeah, and that second game versus Flash, he had 30 kills on Cash. 1 versus 2s, 1 versus 1s, and clutches galore. But versus TyLoo right now, they really need him to step up. It's going to be the 1-man deficit right now for the Australians. Off the back of the 1 dig from Mo. And actually, look at the response from TyLoo. They expect Renegades to go back towards the B side. They've got 3 players there. And this could be an incredibly smart read from TyLoo.
As they back off, reset themselves. Looking like they want to try and set themselves up for a B play. 3 players are stacked on the site. Somebody with support of DD and Captain Mo. This troublesome trio definitely can pick the round up if they actually play properly on this crossfire as the push will come in. Nice flashbang there as well. Ooh, doesn't actually go the way he wants it to as the push will come in. DD with the opening entry. You still are trading back, but there's the double kill from JKS and Nifty. It looked like there was a little bit of work going their way, but it slips off.
Failed flash there from DD means we'll be going into the 2 versus 2 JKS and Nifty. As B.O.O.T will run through the fire and the flames. Bondic with the UMP, and actually JKS and Nifty going to be playing this one together towards back boxes.
A bit of a panic comes through there, but eventually B.O.O.T will go down. It's all on Bondic. Can the super sub shut it down? Gets one headshot very quickly to Nifty there, but luckily you've got the man of the moment, the Savage himself, as he shuts them down with the easy kills.
7-10. TyLoo probably going to be going down to an eco 2,000 across the board for those players, as Captain Mo went for the full investment, signaling there will be no AWP into the first buy for him. Then again, he did get the 1 kill with the Deagle. But I believe he won't have enough for the AWP. He's going to have 4,650, 100 down from the AWP unless he can get a kill with the USP, which is rather unlikely, but then again, I've seen stranger things.
What did you think of it?
It was pretty good, mate. I haven't seen Season 2. What about you?
No, I haven't seen Season 2 either. But anyway, back to the action right now. Bondic's actually gone for a taser. He wants to make this more of an electrifying round.
Does indeed. Loves the Zeus.
Nothing too exciting coming out just yet as they do hold towards mid with a heavy stack. b0ntik just going to be fishing around as well, probing to see what he can actually work out.
Yeah, 3 players there towards middle. Actually, I believe it's 4. Stacked up close quarters towards mid. 1 player there playing anti-flash just in case someone was to blind them. No players towards the B side there from TyLoo. And Renegades, like a game of rock, paper, scissors, managed to predict this.
Peak going to come around as they actually do try and aggress against Nifty. They find the initial frag, but they can't quite get the second. TyLoo as well, just being fed everyone on the player. It's so easy for him to find these kills. Everyone's going to go down. That was a 4K from him. b0ntik was there to scavenge the scraps that were left on his corpse as he takes him down, steals that UMP.
Yeah, of course, Captain Mo does want to kill with that USP, so could bring out the AWP with the glass cannon if you wanted to go no Kevlar. So that could be a saving grace for TyLoo going forward into the next round, round number 19. But for now, b0ntik in a 1 versus 3.
If he saves this AK as well, it puts them in a pretty good spot. They can actually skimp a little bit on the buy that comes through. Oh, he peeks out, but Azul was there. Unfortunately as well, he goes down to a UMP, so even more cash is going to be put in the bank of Renegades, and they lose the silver lining in the AK they could have saved.
Exactly that. It's going to be DD, going to be investing into the FAMAS. Same goes for somebody. Captain Mo has 4,900, currently deciding whether or not to bring out the AWP. And he will be doing that off the back of that USP kill towards mid. So, AWP, flashbang, no Kevlar. Is he going to be going for the peak towards Banana? Is he going to be playing towards Arch, towards Quad? So many options on a map like the CT side Inferno with that AWP. And for Renegades, the UMP kept forward by Nafline. No AWP for Nifty just yet. Captain Mo peeking towards Arch, going for the reface we saw him do with the Deagle. And of course, he lands that kill again.
Yeah, falling back as well. He actually knows they're pushing in. Doesn't quite connect the second shot. Oh, should have been able to take down Naf there as well, but he was just a little bit too fast for him as he will ferociously dispatch him. Another kill coming through. TyLoo on the entry, tries to get the double up, but B.O.O.T will deny his reign of terror. Plays in the close angle as well. As long as he just tries to go for the pre-fire when they push through, surely he wins this firefight, but Nifty, absolutely fantastic stuff as he will connect the headshot, leaving them with a massive disadvantage on the side of TyLoo. This retake is going to be a 2 versus 3. It's not a good spot to be in, but now they don't even have to retake as DD gets the kill from the superior angle. Nifty goes down. Naf going to grab the bomb and attempt to work out how to actually play this one out. Molotov comes through, but DD pushes straight in. Doesn't get the kill, though, as JKS will overwhelm him.
Somebody now in the 1 versus 2. Spots out the first play. Know that Naf flies towards the site and just planted. Tries to go for the wall bang, but eventually, I say eventually, after a fair few bullets, he will go down. 9-10 as Renegades win the pistol, win versus the Force buy and the Eco, and also claim that second half first buy round, putting them to round number 9, and only 1 away in touching distance of meeting TyLoo at 10 rounds.
It's very true. Obviously, TyLoo had a very effective half on their T side, but just haven't been able to get it together on their CT half. It's not really been working out fantastically for them as well. You wonder if that is also a hindrance because a couple of the rounds have just not gone their way due to the economy deficit they have been stuck in.
Yeah, that's the problem on the CT side, especially when you're investing into the AWPs and whatnot, and the full utility. When you aren't chaining and grouping rounds together and establishing good money, it's very easy for the T side to win a round, fully reset you, put you into pistols, Kevlar, and basically run away with the half as Renegades are coming back fighting on the T side.
Pushing their way in now, because the flashbangs will go over. They want to try and take their warpath towards that B bomb site.
No one from TyLoo as well towards B. Going to be going for the risky stack again towards the A site, but unfortunately, well, I say unfortunately, it seems like Renegades have been predicting the stacks here from TyLoo. As for a second time running, they will claim this B site for free.
Yeah, this is going to be theirs to take at this point, so Renegades can actually equalize the scoreline fairly easily towards 10-10. Also get the extra bonus from getting the bomb down. TyLoo seem like they are going to be a little bit more aggressive. Somebody in Captain Mo actually could run the risk if they want to. It's going to be him and DD that push by. Seem like they just want to try and hold for the exit frags. Don't throw away that armor and CZ for no reason, really.
And finding the first kill into the round as the bomb has already gone down. Also holding the angle as it seems like TyLoo were hoping that players from Renegades will try to exit through T-stairs and walk into this 2- and 3-man stack.
There's Naf flying in the boosted position, just waiting. They are just going to hold. DD playing anti-flash, B.O.O.T trying to support with b0ntik. As they do peek round, they expect them to actually push here as the Molotov is down. They're worried that someone will try and lead the charge. B.O.O.T wants to bait them in as well. as they fall back so slightly, but Renegades just holding towards bottom banana. They don't want to push out. They know they have no real reason to.
Yeah, no reason at all. It's going to go 10-10. As we go into round number 21. Nifty, obviously retrieving the AWP in the last round from Captain Mo's body. But Captain Mo will be reinvesting to the AWP into this one as well. It's going to be a FAMAS onto somebody. 3 M4s in the AWP for Captain Mo to finish off the rest of the TyLoo buy. After conceding 5 on the trot. 2 buy rounds and the pistol. Renegades have come back swinging as we are 10-10 into this buy round as well. Kit's only onto B.O.O.T, so if he dies across the map from when the bomb is planted, it's going to be a very, very tricky retake for TyLoo.
Yeah. That wouldn't be the greatest situation to be in if they actually did lose that kit and the bomb does go down. It would really force their hands, leave them in some awkward positioning. Right now, the Renegades playing a little bit slower than normally as they just slowly make that map control play towards top mid and set themselves up and decide how they actually do want to play this one out. They have a ton of utility, so no reason to really rush.
Just going to be leaving DD alone towards Banana. Somebody playing towards Speedway, backing up TyLoo towards the A site, just in case Renegades were to go there. Playing towards Speedway as well, Jack, your fast rotation towards B and your fast rotation towards the A site. The only issue is DD playing on the site on B means he's going to have no early information. And because of that, you can see somebody joining him towards CT. So far, so good for TyLoo. But Renegades putting a lot of pressure towards middle as they do the execution towards the A side, but still for TyLoo, somebody and DD entrenched towards the B side.
Now going to be going for this play in towards B. Molotov soar through the skies. They set themselves up to push straight in. Somebody in co waiting on the other end of the smoke as well. As the flashbangs go over, it does daze and confuse them. It hasn't actually forced out as bad as a rotate as you believe, though. It seems like TyLoo were aware that this could potentially have just been a little bit of some hijinks. Captain Mo as well takes down JKS, but they haven't spotted out the other players. They don't realize there's actually 3 stacked towards that site, as they have now only just got back there. Bondic as well takes down another member. Nifty has to do so much damage with this AWP to really assert dominance into the round. Look at the bomb's location as well. It lands there up and towards top of balcony. This is not going well for them. 10 seconds left on the clock. They are going to go down. Bondic and Captain Mo will find the last 2 frags, and TyLoo get the round.
Finally, a buy round win for the Chinese squad, as they will be taking round number 21. So it's going to go 11-10. Finally, TyLoo back in the lead. So for Renegades, they tried to sell that fake towards the A site. TyLoo, they didn't budge. And what was really crucial there, the reason that Renegades went back towards the A site was DD saved his smoke until 30 seconds. As soon as that smoke came out, Renegades definitely didn't want to be going through there, as they would have been met by 2 players, DD and somebody holding that smoke, which would have been a slaughter. They made the correct call to go back towards A, but JKS jumping out from apartments. If he lost that duel, which he did, the round was pretty much as good as done. It's going to be 11-10 now, as there's 3 players from TyLoo towards top bananas. They're going to be trying to take control of this part of the map.
Yeah, ooh, look at that tag there as well from Nifty as he actually just bounds round on the angle, gets Captain Mo very low, leaving him on 17 HP. There is going to be a map control play now towards A site. Seems like they do want to hit hard and fast at quad.
Molly's coming out under balcony as Renegades slow the pace as they are taking control of the real estate towards A. Smoke comes out, they're going to be boosting over that, peeking in towards Quad, Pit even. But still, Captain Mo is low towards that B site. 17 points of health is all that defends B. He's going to be leaving Nifty just to hold this angle, hoping that someone from TyLoo pushes for information. But now here comes the real play from Renegades towards Banana. Captain Mo falling back, a well-timed smoke again, this time at 40 seconds. As Captain Mo playing the headshot angle, so the fact he is low HP will make no difference.
Oh, somebody though, finally going to get another kill. This Nifty will go down. JKS just waiting for the push to come around. Somebody might actually get the drop on him depending on the timing here. I don't know if he even spotted him out there as the slight wide face came through. JKS still attempting to clear library though. You can see he is dubious of his location as he will backing up. But what he doesn't realize is right there, lying in wait. What? Somehow he gets the drop on him though. DD should have taken him down. In every scenario he wins that fight. But JKS fights through the fluster and wins. But there's only 5 seconds left. The T's cannot get the bomb down. They cannot win the round, but they can still do damage nevertheless as Bondic will drop. And it's all on somebody just to stay alive and win this one out. B.O.O.T as well going to find that frag to Justillo. He dies after time with no bomb plant. This is horrendous.
Justillo not going to be getting any round loss bonus into this round. Pause going to be called by Kassad, as Renegades are going to take a 30 seconds tactical timeout to try and recalibrate and rethink their T sides. It seems like time is such a big factor now, Jack. It's 2 rounds in a row where the bomb couldn't be planted, even if they found the kills towards the sites.
Yeah, just a very muddled round there, a little bit awkward in a few different ways, and it didn't really go the way I think any of us expected it to. TyLoo as well, 12 rounds on the board now. If they pick this one up, that is going to be number 13. Renegades, in terms of the buy as well, what can they really go for? Sitting at 2.5k, not really like they can squeeze out those AKs.
Yeah. Nifty going to be buying some utility in a P250, keeping around 4,000. Azza, you can try and have an impact into the round, but then try and save the AK into the next round, because 4 players from Renegades can buy into round number 24 if they lose this one. Now for TyLoo, they have to try and make this one clean. 4 or 5 staying alive, start to build up their money. So in case it becomes a scenario where they are losing rounds, they can continuously rebuy and buy again and apply some economical pressure. And even if they wanted to as well, bring out a double up setup. We've seen some of these Chinese and Asian teams wield it on Inferno, sending one up towards Banana, one up towards Arch or Quad, and having great effect. Would it work versus Renegades though?
Holding towards T-steps right now as they just sit in position, lying in wait for the correct time to mount their attack, as they need to get the drop on them really starts with this weak buy.
Yeah, going to the next buy round for Renegades, I think they have to apply a lot more early map pressure. Maybe Molotovs towards top Banana, flashes, HE grenades, maybe do an early smoke towards Arch. They have to force the smokes out from TyLoo earlier on. They can't allow DD or Captain Mo to smoke off B with 30 or 40 seconds left, because it basically takes off so much time off of the clock towards the end of it. But then again, we are into this current round. Only going to be arm on to Azza, AK as well in hand. Is he going to be the defining factor here? Is he going to be enough?
All going for their fast play now as they work their way through. DD and Co, though, just surely can hold this line quite easily. Nifty's going to be the only one that even does any damage, as he will find that frag. Eventually, DD's still just waiting out. It should be the quad kill for him, and to close out the round. And as Nifty pushes through, sprays a 8 with the AK, will actually be able to get that kill in the end. So he takes him down, but there's the response from Captain Mo, and TyLoo claim round number 13.
Right, let's see what this pause was taken for. How are Renegades going to be changing this one? As I said before, the real reason they're having such struggles in these rounds is the late smokes and the late use of utility from TyLoo when there is 30 to 40 seconds left on the clock. We have to see early pressure from Renegades. They have to try and take some real estate at the early portions of the round. They can't allow TyLoo to have top mid control, have Banana control for free with still a minute or 50 seconds left on the clock.
We go for this play fast towards top Banana, it seems, as there's the counter mollies coming through. Az are going to be caught off guard by it, as the full back through his own smoke there, as he will at least stay alive and not take 2 ridiculous amounts of damage.
Now Renegades are smoked off, but they're going to be contesting for control of Banana.
Oh, look at the peak coming through, though. Azza going to get one. Somebody will trade it back, but Azza actually gets the follow-up frag anyway. He's only left on 17 HP, but they've now claimed site control. There's no one on the side of TyLoo is in close enough proximity to get there before they swarm their way through. Molotov does go in from the CTs, but it won't spread or actually deny them from doing too much. But the boost on B.O.O.T is incredible. Spots out Azza and eliminates him from the action.
Bomb is planted. JKS, but they're going back towards back boxes. Kids run out for the CT side. No Molotov to flush out JKS, though.
Depends on timing and how they actually play this, as they still have utility on the side of TyLoo. Bondik slowly was making his move, but he was spotted out by Nafla. I didn't expect him to be playing close towards logs there. B.O.O.T as well. Flashbang going to go over, as he looks like he wants to go for the peak, but it will be Nifty that charges straight through. Does he realize the location of the 2 remaining Ts, though, as he's bounding around? Can't quite get the shots off. He will fall to JKS.
And there you have it. Renegades finally contesting the map. As I said before, they have to show something early. They do exactly that. They go through the Banana smoke with flashbangs, catching TyLoo off guard. They get the entries towards Banana. And from there, when there is still time on the clock, they get the site, they get the bomb down, and in the retake and the afterplan, they do secure victory.
You see as well the strategy coming into effect here from Peacemaker as he tries to get it drilled in, explaining to B.O.O.T what he wants to do into the following round.
Yeah, very passionate coach. Trying to explain as to what he wants to instill into this round. And that round being round number 25, 11 to 13. TyLoo going to be going for the eco. CZs, P250s, and that's about it. TyLoo do have the odds stacked against them. Renegades likely now to get to 12, and you can see off of the back of that as well, Jack, if they can be the ones to this time have 11 and make it 12, have 4 or 5 staying alive, get their money blooming going into the latter portions of this second half as to right now rounds of the commodity, which are so important.
Somebody as well actually forced to try and put it played from more an aggressive angle because the sheer amount of damage that was coming out there, Molotovs that were soaring through. Luckily, no one's pushed towards him yet. He does pre-fire out through the smoke a little bit and make his presence known, but then dials it back and falls off. Bondic, once again, the reinvestment with the taser. This could be a bit of a shocker.
Oh.
JKS, no idea as he will be shocked about that play. Does go down. Bondic as well, ready for more, but Nafly gets a double kill as he takes down Bondic and Captain Mo behind him.
It's going to be opening up the A site as well. Smoke's going to come out towards Arch. DD was going to be rotating in, but actually we'll be waiting for B.O.O.T to back him up as well. Smoke comes out towards Minipip as the bomb does exit through apartments. DD coming in through corner as well. Is he going to get the drop on them?
Oh, you still on towards DD. Does remove that potential threat. And it's all up to somebody and B.O.O.T. Somebody coming straight round as well. Gets a kill off with a CZ. But there's the trade back from Nifty with the AWP in play. B.O.O.T. doesn't matter what weapon he has in his hands. He is always kicking up a fuss with it as he will find another frag, leaving it just on 2 Renegade players surviving. But at least they get that round.
12 to 13 now. TyLoo holding on to the 1 round advantage. Captain Mo going to be bringing out the AWP. No Kevlar though. We've seen how he likes to go for the banana pick. He likes to be left alone towards B, have his fellow teammate DD or somebody rotate towards the A site as well, help the players towards A. Obviously having 4 towards A. I think it was more effective for Renegades to do that sort of play just because of how often TyLoo were opting to go towards the A site. They obviously sense weakness there from the Australian defense. Nevertheless, so a nice smoke towards Arch actually from Vietnam as the fast play towards middle does begin.
Yeah, pushing their way straight around as they want to try and take quad control. Nade's going to soar back through. Flashbangs as well to try and just keep them dazed and confused, force them to just waste a lot more time than they actually want to on this aggressive burst style play. They're now going to reposition, go for the hit towards Arch, but what can Captain Mo do with that AWP?
Smoke does fail as they're going to go for the contact play. Captain Mo holding the angle, but actually loses the duel to Nifty as it will be the man advantage.
Oh, this is not good. The trades are coming back through. It's all up to Bondic really now, but Bondic from pit gets the double kill. Nifty will trade it back as they fall into a 3 versus 2. Somebody as well can be so effective. It just depends on the timing. Now he actually opts to play this one out. Going to switch himself back to an AK as well, forcing the face to come through. Grabs the AWP and then realizes maybe I should just save.
DD and somebody going to be throwing in the towel and bringing out that white flag. It's going to be the save, allowing Renegades to get to 13. And match TyLoo at that. We are going to an equalized scoreline as this game does boil down. Play towards A from Renegades was too hot to handle from the Chinese defense. Bondic found 2 towards pit, but at that point it was a 5 versus 3. Already the early kills going in favor of Renegades meant that that advantage was nullified. Thing is as well, Jack, that kill from Nifty onto Captain Mo pretty much set up the whole round.
Yeah, that's the thing. That really was quite massive for them. Allowed them to just switch things up, really twist it on his head. TyLoo as well now, in terms of what they actually have to work with in the round, it literally only is going to be the AWP and the FAMAS that they were able to hold on to.
JKS perched up on 22 kills. Same goes for Captain Mo as well. Somebody close behind at 20 to 14. But it's just going to be USPs, some saved FAMASs, and an AWP as well. UMP dropped over, but TyLoo just going to be going for the half buy here. CZ, Kevlar for somebody. UMP onto Bondic. FAMAS for DD. Captain Mo wielding the AWP. The mid boost comes out, tries to shoot over that smoke, but eventually will come off of it. It's going to be a 5 versus 5 still, as Captain Mo relays the position of his AWP.
Yeah, going to be restructuring this defense and moving it around to actually set it up to what he thinks is going to be more effective. That B bomb site as well, looking like it is very much getting ready for a fight of its life. DD as well. Flashbang keeps it back.
Flash caught him as well. Thankfully, it was going to be walking into 3 of the Renegade side. Nifty now going to go for the contact play. Confident after the duel he had in the last round versus Captain Mo. But right now, Captain Mo is towards Speedway. He isn't towards this B site. DD can be backed up by somebody.
Push coming through. DD. Oh, goes down straight away as Nifty will get the entry frag. One more can they actually achieve, though. Nafla and Azza also going to find their respective kills. Captain Mo with the AWP in his hands can be very useful, but not when he is dead, as Azza just pushes towards him, takes him down, makes very, very swift work of him. Bondik as well now just going to be backing off, repositioning round, and falls to Nafla. And TyLoo just looking like it's all started to fall apart in the final few rounds here.
Obviously having that 10-5 first half. And from there, 9 rounds on the T side for Renegades and only 3 for TyLoo. It seems like they got off to a great start, but Renegades being the slow burners in this regard. As they started off slow, but eventually managed to pick up the pace and pick up their form and bring this one back. 14-13 now as Renegades finally are seeing the lead. It took them a while, but obviously they are ever so close. 2 rounds away from closing this one out on the first map. And actually, Jack, as well, remember, this is TyLoo's pick.
It's true. This is the map that they were trying to assert dominance on early, as the rebuy will come back through. So for TyLoo, at least they were actually able to squeeze out an effective buy. It's not going to be absolutely weak or anything too wild for them going into this to try and either deny or allow Renegades to get themselves to match point.
Round number 28 here is going to be the UMP for Bondik. 4 M4s as well, as TyLoo went for the half buy into the previous round. To go for this buy here. Kits onto B.O.O.T. Already aggression towards Banana. Are Renegades falling back into old habits where they let off too much control? But as I say that, TyLoo have given up control of top middle, 1 minute 20 on the clock, and it seems like Renegades are sending their gaze towards Arch.
Oh, Captain Mo as well. You can see just waiting as he's ever so slightly edging out. He knows the push is coming his way. Captain Mo going to get 1, but the trade back comes through from Azza. DD and B.O.O.T, though, do damage, and it's all on Nifty now in a 1v3. 2 players stacked towards the A site. One is going to be the late rotating somebody off from B. What does he actually want to do in the round?
1 versus 3 enough for Nifty. He has the bomb. Has to find 2 players on this site. 50 seconds to play with. He's going to be shifting up through quad. Power, there's someone behind him into pit. As the first phase comes in, B.O.O.T's caught off guard. Actually, no trade there from Bondik. As somebody will be pushing down Banana. He's going to be getting too overzealous though and walk into Nifty.
Yeah, it doesn't force them to massively over-rotate just yet. Seems like he is debating what he actually wants to go for as well. He's clearing towards Speedway. And they're going to be coming the entire way around on the bomb site and trying to find Bondik as he does just hide.
Smoke and plant from Nifty. Bondik can jump on the box and find that kill, and he will do just that. As he's going to claim 14 now for TyLoo, as we are all tied up once again into round number 29. Renegades, though, they won so many rounds on the trot, they should be fine for money. And Nifty getting the bomb plant as well will only help that.
Yeah, getting the bomb plant is going to be a good little spot to be in for them. Obviously very effective thus far throughout the matchup. Renegades now with the reinvestment coming back through. How do they actually play this one out? So for TyLoo as well, they can get the buyout.
Yeah. Obviously saving 2 players, those 2 players can drop over. 1 player will take the hit, that's going to be somebody obviously on a FAMAS. Will buy the utility though, has the kits onto B.O.O.T. And somebody, DD can buy one as well, Bondik can also. But as the pause is called by Renegades, they're going to be trying to work out this one. It seems like every single time TyLoo take control of Banana and send the extra player towards the A site, they find success. Renegades, that one round that really sparked their confidence throughout the rest of the half was when they pushed through the Banana smoke and really fought fire with fire towards B, and it paid off for them. Will they be trying to replicate that into this one? As time will tell, the pressure is on. 14-14. Both of these teams 2 away from closing out to 16, and both of these teams 1 round away from at least securing overtime. I don't think we've seen OT, have we, Jack, so far in the Asian Minor?
No, I think it's all been regular time.
Yeah, all these teams have been fairly one-sided these games. One team being a big leg up apart from their opposition, but actually into the bracket play, especially the upper bracket play as well, these teams are far more evenly matched.
Yeah, this is where it has been close affairs galore. DD as well with the early entries. He's going to get 1. DD doubles it up as he finds that second frag. Azza and Co immediately backtrack out of there. They're going to backpedal away. They don't want to risk it. Somebody looking like he was going to continue on out, but he's grabbed himself the AWP and now will just B-hop away.
DD onto 13, somebody onto 46. Renegades trying to go through the banana smoke with the flashbangs. The problem was TyLoo were too close to the smoke. The flashbangs didn't actually affect them as they soared over their head. It didn't blind them. 1 minute now left on the clock, and Renegades have no control of the map. The bomb towards T spawn. No one holding off towards middle. Complete control towards banana from somebody, and you can see the rotation from DD towards Speedway. But actually, as it is the 5 versus 5, he will just be waiting towards Speedway. Somebody with early information towards B, just in case Renegades went back towards there. DD is in a place to be a fast rotation. But all 3 players from Renegades are going to be going towards banana. They spotted the 1 player. Somebody's going to be falling back, but here's the AWP. And actually, the little team tag there onto Azza as he goes ever so lower.
Yeah, slowly heading over. Going to be setting up as they have the utility to work with. The smokes and flashes will now soar over. Can they outpower them? Even in a round where they're massively outnumbered. Good boost in play as well as DD will get the spray. Naf and JKS do trade it back as they clear out the site though. Captain Mo is there, going to scope in, try and see what he can achieve. But this is still going to be quite hard.
Big retake now on the cards for TyLoo. 3 versus 2. We spoke about how their communication can sometimes falter. This is a time when it really has to be perfect. And Naf with a good angle will find 1. Turn this into a 2 versus 2. B.O.O.T is low as well. And suddenly Renegades are looking to have the advantage into this one.
Yeah, this is where Renegades are in their home turf when they're in these scenarios. Should just be easy frags. They just have to play for trades and pick this one up as the push comes through. Kill each. And they do get it. That is going to be match point now claimed for Renegades as they get themselves to 15-14.
TyLoo are going to be speechless as to how that somehow, some way gone in favor of the Australian side. A 5 versus 3. They get the information that Renegades were going towards the B side. They weren't ready for the pace as they literally tied their shoelaces up. They ran up banana. They smoked off CT. They took that 1 versus 1 front to somebody. They claimed the B side. In the retake, the AWP from Nafly claiming 2 kills as the Renegades tactical timeout is going to be called. You can see Kassar doesn't want any chance or give any hope to TyLoo for overtime as he wants to get the job done. 16-14, just as we saw versus Flash Gaming.
Yeah, just try and get it closed out. Might have gone the whole full 30 rounds, but let's just win, is what he will be saying at this point. TyLoo as well, you can see the reinvestments there. 4 CZs, 1 Famous on DD, a little bit of utility, whatever you could scrape out between everyone. Renegades, massively favoured going into what could be the last round here of map 1.
Yeah, as well. When you look at their grenades, full set of utility across the board for Renegades. For TyLoo, you're looking at 3 smokes, a few flashbangs, 1 Molotov, 1 kit as well onto B.O.O.T, 4 CZs and a FAMAS onto DD. In terms of firepower, Renegades have the advantage. In terms of utility, Renegades have the advantage. But let's see. TyLoo are only 1 away from forcing OT, as so far the bomb is left towards T-Spawn. Renegades playing an extremely slow round. And it's smart as well. I believe Kassar probably said something along the lines of, TyLoo's money will be low, their utility will be low as well. If we play a slow round, wait for TyLoo to waste all of their smokes, all of their flashes, all of their utility towards the latter portions of these rounds, we will be able to punish them.
Yeah, that's when you know they can't really do too much, obviously, at that point when they're left with nothing to aid them, nothing to burn through the clock time, nothing to try and slow you down. And Renegade's just going to be playing into that.
I think the biggest factor as well, Jack, is that is the final smoke being used towards banana at 50 seconds, not 30. Somebody gets close with the CZ. DD with the FAMAS as well towards B, but there's no smokes. They have a Molotov to play with, though. As B.O.O.T with that CZ and kit tries to rotate towards banana, but eventually will be going back towards the A site. As Renegades are slowly but surely making their way as they waltz through middle. Look at the push here from somebody. Look at all the information he's going to gather as well as the 4-man rotation towards the A site. And he's actually going to be coming from behind. If he slows this down, it could be so pivotal.
Oh, especially now as well when they're backtracking. They want to run straight past him. Are they going to clear this? They're going to run in against 1. Tries to get the second. He will do so. Switched out to the AWP as well, but somebody goes down before he can get a third. Bondic as well. The kill on JKS, though, that is critical for them to be able to try and close this one out. They have 8 seconds. They need a plant now. It's too little too late as he's missed the jump. Nafly going to get spotted out. Soars through the air as DD will punish him. And then tie it up. It's going to be overtime. We're taking it there.
First overtime of the Asian minor as well. Renegades versus TyLoo, 15-15. Somehow, someway, the Chinese and international side pull it through on 4 CZs. A lack of utility as somebody with a very aggressive push towards banana sets up the victory, potentially for TyLoo as this goes into OT.
A great situation to be in. Obviously, every time Renegades, they've been having closer and closer games, and it was getting closer to that OT in the matchups they had against Flash. This time around, TyLoo take it the whole hog. They get it into overtime. Now, where do we go from here? What are they going to be able to bring to the table? Is this where Renegades will let it slip, or TyLoo will actually start to dominate?
So, we are currently waiting for the game to go back into action with overtime as the players are getting ready to carry on forward. 15-15, TyLoo eventually managed to claim that final round. So for Renegades, slightly heartbroken in terms of mental fatigueness, fortitude, and I guess morale as well. Conceding that 30th round, they should be looking at their second map already. Yeah,
it is very true. Obviously, it was going quite well for Renegades throughout the entire series, and then more and more so, TyLoo were able to nip at their heels and climb their way up, and eventually got to the point where they weren't neck and neck in that, taking it the full 30 rounds. And it just depends if Renegades have been able to keep that consistency now we're in overtime, because obviously for TyLoo as well, there's going to be no issues with that economy. They're going to be able to get the buys out they want, and this is where they should be able to dominate.
Yeah, but I mean, so far so good from both teams. Obviously, TyLoo with a very strong CT side. They got 10 rounds on that. The problem is right now for Renegades, what more can they really show for their T side? They've already shown that when they play aggressive towards Banana, they get success. TyLoo, they found the answer really. Aggression towards Banana has really been setting them up for their CT side. And getting these form orientations towards A or the early kills towards Banana. But I mean, as well, if you remember for TyLoo, they had that round where it was a 5 vs 3. They found 2 kills towards Banana through the smoke as well. Imagine if they had found that round, they claimed that. This could have been 16-14 in favor of TyLoo.
Yeah, it's true. There was literally margin for error that was very, very small that altered the way the game had gone in a few select ways here and there. It's going to be a little bit of a weird one getting back through, I think it's fair to say.
So, for your money, Jack, who do you reckon is going to be taking this one in OT?
I think Renegades still should be able to close it out, obviously getting back into overtime. The only thing is, I think you have to look more towards TyLoo and just say, as long as they play that style of CS that they can play very effectively, there is always potential. Because the issue was, more than anything, they weren't being able to get the buys out because they were losing so many players in so many key rounds. And that CT half just didn't really have the cash to actually get the effective buys through.
Yeah, as well, when you look at how the first half went, TyLoo had that 10-5 advantage. For Renegades, they brought it back somehow, some way. It became equalized at 15-15. So if you are the Australian side or Australian fans, I believe you're potentially back on the right side. I mean, obviously, Renegades, with now 5-10 down, if you were to offer them OT, they would have been grabbing that one.
Yeah, very true. And obviously, great position for them to be in as we will get ready now. Overtime is going to be going live, and we'll be getting back in with the CS.
The CS.
The CS, mate.
Absolute gamers.
Absolute gaming, as it is live.
So eventually we'll be going into the game, as it is live, as you said. Question is, though, are they going to go for the double dot setup, as it's still on us?
Still live, of course. Well, anyway, the buys have come through as they are going to go for the AWP over on Nifty.
Go. 5 seconds left in the freeze time. It's going to be 15-15 TyLoo on their CT side, as they were only able to claim 5. Renegades got 10. And now can they try and bounce back, get the 10-5 they had in the last one, and try and force TyLoo on their back heels.
Yeah, that is true. MongolZ going to be going out towards top banana as they'll soar straight through, trying to deny any early aggression coming out from TyLoo as they are kept at bay. Can't exactly extend out a fight through the fire and flames on that one. We'll slowly tiptoe around though as it does dissipate.
Banana control in favor of the Chinese, but the same cannot be said, Jack, for Apartments. As Justillo will find that first kill. Captain Mo has taken out the server. The AWP trying to get a different angle this time, trying to catch the Australians off guard, but unfortunately it doesn't go their way. 5 versus 4 now as Renegades looking to carry forward their T half momentum.
Bond it with the trade back on towards JKS though. He doesn't want to allow them to balloon out of control off the back of getting that early opening frag on Captain Mo. Look at this as well. DD needs to slay them all as he gets the hat trick. One after the other rips his way through them. DD knocking them down.
Nifty now in the 1 versus 4, thinking, where on earth have my teammates just gone to? 40 seconds left as he's going to be making his way up Banana. DD on 12 HP, Bonic on 46. The problem is, though, Jack, having that AWP in hand, it makes no difference.
No, that is true. It's not really going to help him at this point as he will slowly make his play through. Smoke going to go down. We're peeking towards the site. Somebody just waiting, but instead DD finishes it off through the smoke. What a round.
DD, but no K. Would have loved to have seen the replay, and here it is. Is it one? Can you do the spray down? I think he just literally goes for the spray transfer and connects all three heads. Perfect play there from DD. As we've already alluded to, Jack, these Asian teams, these Chinese squads, their individual aim and prowess is next to none.
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. Probably the most experienced member of this TyLoo side. Just insane stuff there, obviously. Incredible for him to be able to come in with that massive opening frag like that. Back into the action now, though, as once again, Renegades going to be hoping to see what they can actually find. Obviously frustrated off the back of a groundbreaking play like that. Mo as well with his face comes through, but Nifty doesn't need an AWP in his hands to punish him.
Going for the aggressive face once again. And for another time, Renegades will find the early man advantage onto Captain Mo, trying to get the early kill with his AWP. But it backfires and actually gives the advantage to Renegades. We saw a massive play from DD in the last round to salvage this deficit. Oh, we're going to see another individual play.
Yeah, push coming out. Bondic here as well, holding the angle, will slay his way through. Gets one towards JKS. The rest of them are going to try and help him as well as B.O.O.T does a bit of damage. Finds another headshot just before he goes down to Nafa's site control. Is slowly being encroached upon, but B.O.O.T gets a vital kill off, and it buys him enough time. Tries to get out of there with a little pop flash, but Nafa can peek through, connect the wallbang towards him as he's left in a 1v2 now. Molotov is going to go out, saw its way over towards Quad as he slips in towards Pit, just holding and waiting for the push to come towards him. Tries to get at those early little taps, but no one is going to fight him.
Spots out that one player towards Arch. Does he know there's a second one there at Mini Pit? Oh my god, he goes for the spray down, connects both of them, 20 HP, and somehow, some way, Renegade steal it away from TyLoo. It's going to go 16-16 off the back of the crazy spray down. And the spray transfer onto both of those TyLoo players. You can see the grin there from JKS. He knows that somehow Nafly's pulled that one out of the bag.
I mean, no words for that. I'm not even unsure how Nafly has been able to get so many ridiculous rounds out consistently. Absolutely wild stuff. Huge spray there. Comes in clutch at a round that they never should have won. Just locks it down. Finds success for them. Ties it back up at 16-16.
5 rifles run out for TyLoo as their money has dwindled away. No AWP for Captain Mo trying for an impact, but maybe that could be a saving grace for them after finding no success in the first 2 rounds of OT. For another time, it will be banana control for TyLoo, but actually they're going to be playing very passive. They've shown presence there, but they're not going to be going deep towards banana, as instead they fall back in towards the sides, playing far more passive. But still, 1 minute 15 left on the clock. Bomb towards T-stairs, as Renegades haven't really shown any presence towards banana or towards top mid. Maybe they're expecting a much weaker buy from TyLoo than we currently are seeing.
Trying to take that map control towards banana as well as they work their way through. Slowly but steadily on the side of Renegades as they need to try and get this last round here, get themselves a fantastic T-half and really lock it down, because we saw how impactful TyLoo can be on their T-half.
Yeah, exactly. TyLoo, no strange to the terrorist side, which is quite awkward considering usually you would be expecting the lack of communication, the language barrier for the side to potentially be impeding their T sides, but nevertheless they managed to show some great play. Nevertheless, though, 30 seconds left, and here comes the play from Renegades. All 5 players towards banana, no fake towards that A site, and that means all 3 of the TyLoo defense here to hold the line, and here comes execution.
Yep, sprinting their way through, trying to do some damage. JKS with the first kill, JKS with the second as well. Azza, a follow-up frag comes in as somebody will go down. It's all on Bondic and Captain Mo, and they are miles away as they will sprint over, wait for the rotate, I imagine, to at least have some support from his teammate, and him and Bondic need to go big if they want to pick this one up. Nice, Molotov comes through, it forces Captain Mo to run, and no one is lonesome as well, and Nafly, another frag is going to come out, so Bondic is trapped in this play. What can he actually even achieve?
1 versus 3, Kit uses the last bit of his utility onto the HE grenade as the Molotov does fade, and so does the time as well, along with his life. 17 now for Renegades as they are 2 away from closing this one out in first OT.
Yep, seeing if they can pick up that overtime victory here and actually close down the game, or if it will be continuing its way through.
TyLoo needs to claim all 3 rounds on their T side if they want to be winning this one in first OT. If they get to 18-18, that'll be second OT. And for Renegades, they just need 2 more to close this one out.
So we will be getting back in with the action. Seems like everyone will be slowly readying up and continuing on with this exciting overtime so far. Renegades looking very effective, but obviously this is where TyLoo are back on their T side. Their T side in regular time was impactful. It was explosive. It looked very good. We saw a lot of great play coming out from them. Is that going to continue, though, or was that just a fluke?
So, for Renegades now on their CT side, they only managed to get 5 rounds in regulation, but in this scenario, Jack, they only need 2 to close it out. What is it going to be to revitalize their CT defense? Are they going to be bringing out double odd setup potentially? Going for much heavier control towards Banana? But I guess time will tell us. All 10 players are now ready in the server, as the game should be getting underway very, very shortly.
Yeah, and continuing on to see who will actually be able to pick this one up. Obviously for TyLoo as well, it's just going to be that momentum. You could see actually b.O.O.T looking a little bit frustrated. Everyone seeming like their heads have dipped a little bit, but they are only 1 round behind. There is still a chance they can pick it up and close it out. They just need to have a very, very effective half here.
So, going back into this one now. In terms of the numbers on the scoreboard, TyLoo pretty much equal there. All players on 20 kills. And for the side of Renegades, JKS leading the charge on 26 kills, which isn't really a crazy star performance when you think of it in terms of over 30 rounds. We saw 30 kills in regulation from Nafly. We saw 30 kills in regulation from Ystillo earlier versus Flash Gaming. So no real players really stepping up to the mark and taking control of this map. It's very, very down to the wire in terms of team play. And right now, Renegades, they have this 1 round advantage, 2 away from closing it out. Let's see, 5 AKs for TyLoo. And even when money is no factor, Jack, they're still going to be going for 5 AKs instead of the AWP to Mo.
Right then. As they do rock their way through with a 5 AK setup. Heavy nades coming in towards top banana as well. So Nifty actually gets tagged down. Nice use to Molly as well. Forces them out of the positions they've been using so many times throughout this regular half. Now falling back as well. So DD very low though. Only 3 HP on him as they begin to creep up and work together as this wolf pack. DD seeming like he might be the one to try and go for the entry if he gets the opening headshot. And well done. If not, at least it's not going to be too bad for him as they will flashbang through and attempt to push in. Nifty lining up the flash to aid his teammates as the timing isn't really working out too fantastically. Wide peeks in, but he's so blind. But the frags are all going in the way of JKS. He gets the double kill. BNZ is only just able to trade it back as he needs to slip through on towards the site now. Going to go for the commit on the bomb plant. He's getting tagged down low, but he stays alive. b.O.O.T will find the headshot back towards Nifty, leaving them in 3 versus 3. And the retake is on the cards for Renegades.
Captain Mo and B.O.O.T are low. b.O.O.T with all the HP will be using that last smoke towards Ruin. As it will be a 3 versus 3. Kits though for the CT side. No Molotovs to flush out these players from Emo or from back boxes, but they're going to be smooking off the angles instead to try and isolate these players.
Getting themselves ready now as they are poised for the retake. Sprint their way through. Still going to get one, but b.O.O.T and Captain Mo trade it back, and it's all up to Nafly. No time really to try and go for the play either, so he will just fall back, flashbang his way out there to at least give him a little bit of shrouded of an exit. But b.O.O.T finds the kill, 17-17. It's all tied up, and it's all to play for as TyLoo win the round.
Both teams 1 away from forcing at a bare minimum double overtime, as TyLoo will be claiming that after plant victory. Renegades running out of utility, no Molotovs to flash out those players meant that TyLoo were able to hold the crossfires. A late smoke as well from b.O.O.T really delayed the push, and you saw Nafly there in the 1 versus 2 had no time to even go for that defuse, rendering him useless. 17-17 as we go into the 5th round of first OT. Round number 35. As for another time it will be 5 AKs, or will it be 4 as the end set is taken so low down to 13 HP.
Making their play through Banana though, as they actually do have the nades going out as well. The smoke is going to bloom to try and slow them down for the meantime. Obviously Renegades just holding the angle. Nice nade though, as JKS be tagged down to 52 HP.
Towards sandbags and the corner of Banana will be the Renegades defense towards B as they play close with these M4s. One Molotov, some well-timed flashes could definitely impact how Nafly and JKS are holding here. But let's see if actually TyLoo send over those correct grenades.
There's the nades going out as the flashbang will go over and allow them to push their way straight through. DD as well. Going to try and lead the charge now as they sprint straight in. Everywhere set ablaze as well. Naf with one. Tried to get the second, but B.O.O.T will trade it back. b.O.O.T as well finds the headshot on towards JKS this time. So at least he isn't going to be going too crazy.
4 versus 3. Renegades could be saving this one and trying to have a better buy into the last potential last round of this match. Or are they going to go for it? No, they're not. They will be saving Jack into the last round as their money was low. You can see $50 for Nifty, so if he wants to give away that orb, Captain Mo could retrieve that, use it to the final round, to be put down into what, a UMP, a CZ at that. So it will be 18 now for TyLoo as they are 1 away from closing out map number 1 after being the ones to force OT.
If they get this final round, they're going to be very chuffed with themselves, very happy, as they will get that victory on Inferno. And then we can be moving on to the second map, which of course be Cobblestone.
Yeah, that's a map that TyLoo definitely want to bring out. This is their map pick, but then again, both these teams are no strangers to Cobblestone. We saw the 16-14 loss versus CLG at DreamHack Denver. And for TyLoo, they were almost trendsetters on Cobblestone. If you remember, like what, a year and a half ago, they really showed some light to the meta where they played very passive towards B. They played retake towards the sites on Cobblestone on the CT side, but nevertheless, that's the next matchup. As from the past, we go into the present, 18-17 now. Renegades, they want to be forcing OT, but can they force OT with only 2 UMPs, 2 M4s? The offer nifty, the flash peek comes in. Captain Mo crouched and will stay so, as he won't be giving away this early advantage.
Yeah, doesn't want to bob up there and attempt to go for the frag, just knows it's better to go for the safe play, try and live another day, as he will stay alive for now. Nifty, though, actually will get the opener as he takes down somebody, was able to scope him out and realize his location. So this is a good opening little play here for Renegades.
Push coming down Banana as well from the CTs, as they're going to be having so much information as to where TyLoo are located towards mid and second mid, where the bomb has been dropped. Now Fly JKS playing close range with these UMPs as well, meaning the fact that they are lacking the rifles won't make too much of a difference. Through the Molotov as well, DD will burn alive. 5 versus 3, Jack, and it seems like we will be going to second OT.
Yep. Does seem like that is going to be the case as TyLoo right now. How are they going to be able to pick this win up here against Renegades when they just outnumber them massively? Unless something goes incredibly wrong towards bottom Banana, JKS and Co. Surely they're going to clear the angle. Captain will be the only one that checks it. Doesn't realize Naf's there as well. Naf plays it, trigger patient, so he lets them both walk by as he will get one. Ready for the second as he hammers down. It's all up to Captain Mo in a 1v4. He'll get one frag. Keeps on moving as well as he repositions. Slowly makes his play in towards that B-bomb site. He's got 30 seconds and 3 CTs focusing from different angles.
Walking through the smoke, 19 seconds. As time ticks away, he has to get the bomb down, find 3 kills. As he will go into the site, as is there. As the bomb is being planted, going to go for the peak. Actually, Captain Mo wins that duel, goes for the spray transfer, runs out of bullets, only 3 seconds left. Yeah. And there you have the jump peak coming out from Nefly, as it will go 18-18. And second, OT is forced.
Yeah, not too much he could do in that scenario, really. Just basically played out the best style he could. Didn't really go too well. Unfortunately, couldn't find the frags. And he is going to let it slip away. So back into overtime. 18-18 is going to be the score. As Renegades and TyLoo, they are keeping it very, very close here on the first map. Obviously, the 2 evenly matched teams out of the entire tournament. These are the 2 teams that everyone suspected would be grabbing the individual spots, as right now they are playing to decide who will picking up the first spot and the higher seed.
Exactly, Jack. These are the 2 favorites going into this one. Too close to call as to which team would prevail, win the Asian minor. As TyLoo and Renegades going back to back. But then again, this is TyLoo's map pick as well, Jack. And Renegades are still putting up one hell of a fight.
Yeah, Renegades keeping it very, very close for comfort. Obviously, no strangers to Inferno. They know what they're doing. There's Peacemaker trying to communicate something there, but looks like he will leave it for the meantime as we get back through, as we go live now with the second half of this overtime. B.O.O.T coming out.
So let's see what the buy is going to be looking like. Have actually seen a double-up setup run out for the CT side on this first map here. We've seen the single ones with Captain Mo warding it, Nifty warding it. Early on versus Flush Gaming, Renegades used the double-up setup on Inferno actually. Nafly was opening towards B, and Nifty was opening towards A, and actually worked to great effect. But obviously Kassad and the Renegades side don't feel like that double-up setup would have too much of an impact. Nevertheless, no bomb towards second mid. It's just going to be B.O.O.T towards bottom Banana. 3 players going in towards apartments. They know that Renegades like to play very heavy towards quad Jack. And now as they enter apartments, maybe the counter that Peacemaker's thought up of is to go for an apps burst towards the A site, try and catch Renegades off guard towards quad, shoot them in the side. As that could be the answer they need.
Waiting to try and go for the play here now as they set up and get ready for an apps burst on the side of TyLoo. Look at this, though. Heavy aggression. Renegades are there. This response should be easy for them, especially Justillo as he plays from pit. He has been a nuisance every time, but the push comes round. Azza will get the opener. DD trades it back with one. Can he get the second? Nifty comes through, but the rest of the frags are going the way of TyLoo as it falls into a 3 versus 2. Nifty and Naf to attempt to retake. They are both close by at the scene of the crime, but can they actually kick up a fuss?
3 versus 2. Key onto Nafly. Well, let's see. It's going to be Nifty coming in through quad with the AWP, would eventually be flashed and taken down. Nafly outside of the smoke towards mini pit. Might even concede this one and try to save the M4 to the next round as he is waiting for the smoke to dissipate. Goes for the one duel. Gets the first kill, and actually Captain Mo and B.O.O.T were lined up, but they do win that duel. 19-18 as TyLoo get off to a good start.
Yeah, that's just what they need as well. Get that opening round, come in strong, come in hard and fast. You can see the fingers as well. The constant rebuys that are coming out from Renegades, if they reinvest into these AWPs, if this happens again, they will be left in a scenario where they won't actually have a full buy into that third and final round, meaning TyLoo could actually have a flawless half here if they can pick up this round once again.
Yeah, I mean, it's $200 right now for Justillo, $300 for JKS, and apart from that, everybody's basically broke right now for Renegades. So if they lost this round, they will get the 2.4k round loss bonus for losing 3 rounds on the trop. But then again, TyLoo still have to claim this round. I believe it's round number 42. Smoke comes out towards middle. We might see Nifty go for an aggressive peek towards second mid, as that's where somebody and Bondic do lie.
Early spam there towards mid. Not going to quite connect onto anyone, as they are just still holding their ground, waiting for the push to come towards them. TyLoo hoping to see if there would have been any over-aggression, any overzealous plays from Renegades.
Smoke coming out towards middle. Nifty's already used his, which means the smokes are falling like flies. So TyLoo already putting in early control towards mid. The problem is there's no control towards banana. 4 players from Renegades towards this A site, leaving Nafly alone towards B, which is very comfortable in doing so. And having this 4th player there, will that be the difference maker for Renegades to try and get to 19?
Flash Rang going to go over as they do get ready to go for this burst play out towards the A bomb site. Flashbangs through. Nifty in position though. Strikes and gets the first kills. He takes down Captain Mo. Smoke also going to go down as he holds the angle. The push is coming straight towards him. Just going to pre-fire through and hope that he was going to go for the reface. JKS as well. Takes down somebody. DD also goes down. Justillo comes out. JKS for the final frag. And they tie it back up once more at 19-19. They love delaying the inevitable.
Both of these teams seem to be a lot stronger on their T sides. If you remember, TyLoo getting 10 rounds, Renegades getting 10 rounds in the first half of OT as well. Both teams secured 2 rounds out of their 3 from their terrorist side. So each round Renegades can claim on their CT half will definitely come back to pay them later on, as they will get their first at 19. So TyLoo, this is the big round, Jack. Obviously the winner of this round gets a 20, meaning they only need to win 2 rounds on their CT or T half into the next half of the second OT. This could be the difference maker this one round here. There's going to be aggression from Nifty towards Banana. They're going to be leaving him there alone. Renegade saw success towards the A side from having 4 plays there, as Nifty goes for the reface and finds that first kill onto Captain Mo.
Yeah, nicely played there as he will get that opening frag. Ready for more as well, but didn't actually connect the follow-up shot just yet. So Renegades, if they can get this round in the bag and then go through, potentially they can actually close it down in the second half. Map control coming out towards top mid though, as TyLoo want to try and hit hard at Arch.
JKS towards Arch. Nafly in towards Graveyard. Azza in the cubby on single box. Justillo on balcony. So let's see. No players from TyLoo towards the B site. Essentially it's a 4 versus 4 towards A. But Renegades are the ones holding the angles as TyLoo have to peek them. But now it seems the bomb going to be changing his mind and heading back towards B. It's just going to be a flashbang thrown towards Banana. Going to be sending Nifty off of the angle. This is very smart. We can see if JKS rotates towards B. But it seems that one flashbang from TyLoo won't be selling anything apart from the death of Azza.
Yeah, good play there as he will actually take him down. Bondic as well, going to find that frag over onto Ustilo. Nafly will get the headshot on Bondic as it's a 3 versus 3. B.O.O.T takes him down. It's trades galore, leaving it in a close position with JKS with a shot of a lifetime as he lands it, taking down GD. That was fantastic. It's all on B.O.O.T now as he tries to play from the close angle, tapping over the top of the box, needing to find these headshots, but he's unable to do it. Gets one, gets the second! B.O.O.T with a follow-up frag as he annihilates everyone!
8 HP, and he claims that with the spray transfer, just like we saw from Nafly in that 1 versus 2 earlier. The spray transfers for these players is what's going to be sending them over the line. Can TyLoo get over that finish line though? Get to 22 rounds and finishes in second OT. And for Renegades, on their T side, Jack, they need to win all 3 terrorist rounds if they want to close this one out in second overtime.
Needs to be flawless for them. Needs to be absolutely flawless. Meanwhile, for TyLoo, if they can keep this up, have those moments of brilliance that they just showed there towards the end of the game, maybe they can actually pick up the victory here and win it in OOT.
So just waiting for the players to get ready to go into the second half of the second overtime. Round number 46. And for TyLoo, they struggled on their CT side. They managed to force OT, as we're witnessing right now, with a single FAMAS buy for CZ and a distinct lack of utility off of their aggression towards Banana. Are they going to keep forward the momentum towards B? As I believe the game is now going live. 20-19, Renegades need all 3 if they want to finish this one off in second OT. Renegades only needing 2 to send us to Cobblestone.
Buyers coming back through here as well. Captain Mo going to be donning the AWP. And let's see now if they can actually come in strong, get the opening victory, and begin to close it down on their CT half.
3 players from TyLoo towards Banana. No smoke towards the bottom just yet, as they're going to be saving their utility for the latter portions of the round. And then if you remember as well, in regulation, Jack, the reason TyLoo were claiming rounds towards the end of it was because they were smoking Banana with 30 or 20 seconds left on the clock, as they finally do smoke the bomb of Banana. And with that, DD and somebody are going to be rotating back towards the A site. TyLoo mirroring the same CT defense we saw for Renegades, where they leave their AWPer alone towards B and send the 4 riflers towards the A site.
B.O.O.T and Bondic holding towards this A site push though, getting ready for the absolute onslaught that is coming their way. Can Renegades wreak havoc here and successfully find the entries they need? It's a pretty strong setup on that A site from TyLoo.
Smoke comes out for Mini Pit from Nifty. Flushes rain in towards the A site. There's 4 players here from TyLoo. Is 4 enough to hold off the aggression?
Oh, look at the angle from Bondic, but he's only going to get 1 before he's punished. Unfortunately, they couldn't trade back towards somebody as he follows it up with that second headshot. It's all up to Nafly now as he will reposition back round. B.O.O.T going to go for the face. There's somebody for the final blow, and they take them down. TyLoo, 21 rounds at the board.
Match point now for TyLoo. They have 2 opportunities to close this one out. I believe Renegades do have a pause left if they want to try and have 30 seconds to discuss it, and they will do just that. That's their final pause as well for potentially their final round. They have 2 chances to force second OT, and vice versa. TyLoo have 2 opportunities to close this one out in second OT, as it will be the pause. 30 seconds left. Kassad, you can see on your screens talking, trying to think about what they can do on their T side to claim the last 2, as this will be the last time he will be able to speak to his teammates before the game is over.
This is true. The last time you can rally the troops if they are unable to successfully win these rounds with no mistakes, as there is no more room for error in this game.
As the game goes underway, 5 AKs for Renegades. No AWP this time for Nifty. We saw openers from him actually on the AWP on the T side. He did have success with it. The problem is right now their money simply isn't strong enough. And with the 5 AKs, will that signal they go for more of an aggressive stance? If they lack the AWP, are they going to go more execution heavy? As we do wait to find out. Play towards apartments here from the Australian side as they opt to take control of the map. Once again from TyLoo, they sent 3 towards Banana. Boost comes up towards the single wall of top Banana, leaving Captain Mo alone towards the B site for another time. as that's really been the success for these CT side teams, where they leave the AWP alone. No flashbang, actually. He didn't connect it. Captain Mo will get the nice flick down to Nifty. Man advantage as TyLoo are 1 away from finishing the job.
Yeah, great spot to be in for TyLoo, obviously, as well. They know they can try and close it down with this first round, so getting the opener like that is going to make it so much easier for them.
4 versus 5, a minute left on the clock. It's a bomb. Is actually going to be rejoining the ranks towards Banana. Nafly as well, threw his grenades towards mid, flashbang. But I don't think it's going to be enough, Jack, to keep all 3 of the players towards the A site. You can see already somebody towards Speedway. He's going to be at a faster rotation towards the B site. AWP from Captain Mo, and the rifle from DD. As they do have 1 flashbang on that B site. No Molotovs, no smokes, as that would be ideal right now with 30 seconds left.
As that fast rotate coming into effect as well as they reposition, reset up this defense. Captain Mo unfortunately misses the opening shots. They now know the location of the AWP, but close from the smoke. Somebody gonna run in. DD comes into effect as well. Captain Mo gonna get 1. Asa got into the back line, but that's all he can achieve. He will go down. TyLoo love it as they absolutely go wild towards the end of the game. They're gonna pick up that victory in the double overtime, close it out, and grab the first map as Inferno will go their way.
A massive win there for TyLoo. They were the team that were 15-14 down. They forced overtime with CZs and just a FAMAS. And in second OT, they finished the job 22-19 as Renegades fall short. But then again, that was the map pick from TyLoo.